Hi, this is Joseph Anthony of the Wonder Child blog. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is part 5 of our 12-part series, in which I'm reading some stories by Laura E. Richards from her wonderful book, The Golden Windows, and then having a little talk about it. And this story is called The Staff. Once there was a woman who had a sword in her heart, but because she was a decent person, she covered it with her shawl, went about her business, and no one knew of it. Once, as she went along the way, she saw another woman, tottering along slowly, groping with her hands and moaning as she went. "Why do you grope thus?" asked the first woman, "and why do you moan as you go?" "Oh, I'm sick and wounded," said the second woman. "Moreover, I'm blind, and I am groping for something that may serve as a staff to stay my steps as far as the end of the way." The first woman looked about for a tree, but there was none, nor any bush from which she could cut a staff. Then she drew the sword out from under her shawl, and put it in the blind woman's hand, and said, "Take this, since it is all I have to give." The blind woman took it, and felt it all over, and leaned on it. "Oh," she cried joyfully, "here's a good staff. With this I shall do well." And she thanked the other, and blessed her. When the first woman looked at that which had been her sword, it was a staff indeed. This is a very beautiful story, I think. Many, many beautiful things about this story. We all have a wound in our heart. Everyone. And there are some people who conduct themselves in such a way where you would never know it. Now, the story is not saying that if you have a wound, you can't grieve over it with others or in public even. But it is saying that we all carry a silent wound. And there are others who complain quite a bit about their wounds, and that's all right. But our wounds, we can take consciously our own wounds and help other people with them. You know, in the 12-step tradition, there's a saying in the big book of AA where it says, our dark past is our greatest treasure. We can use the wounds of our past to help other people. Other people that are blind perhaps to their own wounds or whatever, but they need something, and they can lean on the experience of our wound and the fact that we have held it in such a way where we're healed, so to speak. And we can use it as a blessing for others. And notice the old blind woman, she's thrilled. It's the perfect thing for her. Right? The power of identification. We give our wounds to someone else who they may not fully understand, but they can appreciate it and move on their way. And then they bless us. So, anyway, this is Joseph Anthony of the Wonder Child blog saying thank you so much for watching part 5. Take care.